Hello and welcome to Cooking with Marjorie. So I've got my unwilling helper again, Will, and today we're going to do some quiches. I was just going to do one large quiche and then I decided we'd do lots of little ones, and then I can show you a variety of things that you can put in your quiches. Also, we can take them up to Sophie, and who's had a baby recently, and it can go in her freezer for her lunches. Right, so to start off with, Will, you're going to roll out the pastry. So on a clean working surface, you put some flour, and then I'm using some nice, easy, ready-made plain pastry, and I'm going to give it to Will, and then he's just going to roll it out. So you put it down and get some flour on both sides of it to stop it sticking. And then you're going to roll it, William, to the largest space you can.
I can do that.
Good. Now, while he's doing that, I've got these little pastry cases, little metal pastry cases with the bottoms that come out. Now, they all need greasing. So I'm just going to do that. I need some up here. A little bit of butter, or you can just put some vegetable oil in them. Right, so will you roll one way and then you turn the pastry and roll it the other direction. Just checking, just checking. Okay. Oops, right, okay. Right, so...
It's not going to plan, is it?
It's not really going to plan. Okay, let's just do that again. Okay, so that's it. It just takes a bit of practice. I know that sounds daft for rolling pastry, but practice makes perfect, as they say. Great. That's better.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that thin enough?
Yeah, that's thin enough. Right, so...
What about all this stuff? Doesn't matter.
Right, doesn't matter, we can roll that out again in a minute. So Will has rolled it out relatively thinly, and now what we're going to do is cut the pastry into rounds that will fit in these pastry cases. So basically you take one of your pastry cases, put it on here, and just cut a centimetre or so larger than the circumference of your case, okay?
Yep.
So let me get you a knife. Here you go, and you obviously want to try and cut as many, you know.
As many as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That much by there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm seriously good at this.
Yeah, maybe a little bit wider. Sorry. Carry on, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something peeping, some machine downstairs peeping away. Oh, quite hungry actually. Now, you also need to preheat your oven and your baking sheets that you're going to put the pastry cases onto. So I put the oven at 170. Okay, that's great. Ish.
Didn't look impressed.
I'm not impressed, but it'll do. It'll do. It'll do.
Okay. Circular.
Let me. So let's just see how that one goes. Okay. So you then get it out, and then you get the little pastry case, and gently push that in like that. Perfect. So that's absolutely fine. What you want, as you can see here, is some pastry that just goes over the edge, because it does shrink when it cooks. That's great. Well, one down. All right, there we go. So as you go, you can just fill them for me.
Oh, what? Put them back in.
Yeah.
Right.
That's great. And what we do is we're going to what's called blind bake your pastry. Is it blind or something? Anyway, I've gone blank on the terminology. But you cook your pastry in its tin, regardless of the size of tin you're using, until it's nearly fully cooked, really. and that stops when you add your filling. It stops the pastry from going more soggy and horrible. Use another one.
Thanks.
Okay. That's it. So while Will's doing that, the other thing you need to do is when you've got your pastry into your case, your fork. That's it. So you just push it down.
Yeah.
Perfect. Into the edges.
Yeah.
Good job. Put it here, and then you just prick the bottom of your pastry case lightly with a fork.
Is that too much?
No, that's fine.
Outside.
That's fine. And the thing with the outside edge is, once it's cooked, you can always neaten it off by cutting it. So that's really easy. Okay, so you prick the base of your pastry case with a fork. You then get some greaseproof paper, and you put that into your tin on top of your pastry, and then you get either some of these baking beans, which I've got, or you can use some dried cannelloni beans or any kind of dried bean, and then you put a few of these in the bottom of your on top of your greaseproof paper, and that just keeps your pastry nice and stops it rising up while it's cooking. Perfect. Thanks, Will. Next one. And we're going to cook these in the oven for about probably about 10 minutes. Mainly cook them, then they come out, and then we're just going to brush them with some egg, and put them back in the oven without the beans and greaseproof paper, and then we'll do the filling. Great.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is that right?
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay. So we've had one packet of that pre-cooked, pre-made pastry, and we're doing 8 of these small.
Do 8 of them?
Yep.
Okay.
8 little quiches. Brilliant. And then I think we'll have some fun with the what we put inside. I've got some spinach, mushrooms, bacon, cold chicken actually from roast chicken we had on Sunday. So we've got some nice things that we can do. Okay, you cut the next one.
Hurry up.
Hurry up,
Yeah.
hurry up. Yeah. Well, I didn't want to be rude.
Shall I roll it all again?
Can you fit one more? Let's just see. I think that one will be alright there.
Okay.
And then roll it again, yeah. Great, thank you. Oh, I keep forgetting to prick the bottom of the pastry cases, which is a bit stupid.
What do you need to
I
do?
forgot to prick them with the fork. So.
Oh.
I know.
You'll ruin
Can't
everything.
get the start. There we are. Just redo that. Okay, so
Chuck it all in one bowl.
yes, the bits of pastry we've got left that we still need to use. So Will's just going to re-roll that out. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Make it into a ball and then roll it. And while you do that, Will, I'm just going to, just underneath here, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. Okay. So I've got a tin here that's been heating up in the oven, and I'm going to put 4 of the cases that we've got ready to start blind baking. I'll put them into the oven. Excuse me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Brilliant, thank you.
How hot's the oven?
It's on at 170. I just think that this needs a little bit more.
What do you want?
No, I don't want to do it. Sorry, I know I'm not very good at letting you do it. I'm just going to give you a bit more flour because it's getting a bit sticky.
Okay.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. If you do a large quiche or a large pastry case, it's often quite good to roll out your pastry, put it into your pastry tin, and then put it in the fridge to get cold for about half an hour to sort of rest it, and that sort of stops it shrinking too much when it cooks. But frankly, we can't be bothered with these little ones.
Do you think that's good enough?
Yeah. Yep. That'll do. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Thanks,
Sorry. That's absolutely perfect. Great. Okay. So that's one. And this is a bit thicker, but anyway, doesn't matter. Sorry, I know, it's my fault. I was getting impatient.
You what? No.
I was getting impatient.
No. Shall I roll it out a bit more?
Just a little bit more, yeah. I do need to vaguely remember when I put those other four in, which is about really clear, so I'll put them there. 25 cards.
Probably stop filming.
No, it's okay, carry on, carry on. And then we'll do the, we'll do some of the stuff from, great, right, roll it out again. Thank you. I forced Will to do this with me today.
I love doing it.
It's just been nice to me. However, you are doing more cooking in London, so that's good.
Yeah, ready meals.
No. I've run out of baking beans, need to get a few more. It does get harder, so again, use a little bit more flour. There you go. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Hold on. There we go. We need flour on both sides, otherwise it gets more.
Otherwise it sticks to this.
Yeah, it sticks to your rolling tin, and then it gets a bit, yeah, just not as nice. Right. Okay, that'll do. Perfect. No, not thin. Okay, do a bit more.
Come on.
Yes. Okay. Standards. Standards. Excellent. Good. You were right, I was wrong. Oh dear. Great. Thank you. Okay, so we now need to bake these. Sorry?
Fork.
Oh, fork. Yes, sorry. God. Hopeless. Right, there we are. Let's get this, the next baking sheet out. Or tin, or whatever you've got. Okay. Right. So we'll do a quick clear up here, and then we'll start doing. So we're preparing some of the filling ingredients. So I've got some mushrooms here, and Will is just chopping those up, and he's chopping them quite small. So they're sort of little matchsticky bits of mushrooms, which we'll fry, just gently fry before to use as the filling. And I'm also going to chop up some onion here quite finely. which again needs to be cooked before it's added as filling. So I'm just going to, and all the, I think the fried onion base we'll use in all of the quiches because it's quite nice with the mushrooms and the bacon, and I think I might do a spinach one, and even a chicken one. Right, so, and it does help to get ingredients ready before you cook. I find everything gets a bit easier. Okay. Perfect.
How many mushrooms do you want?
I think as they go down to not very much, and we can always use them as a pasta sauce or something.
Yeah.
Let's do a few more.
Cool.
So I'm not really giving you weights, but so I'm using one onion. If you were doing one big quiche, and this is quite a big onion, I probably need one small onion or half a big onion. Okay, and then I've just got a packet of bacon, or if you can get the nice pancetta bits, or it's probably, and I'm going to use, let's see, three pieces of bacon.
Ooh.
And I'm going to cut these into sort of cubes, I guess you could say. Ready to cook. Okay, so I've got bacon. I'm doing way too much filling for the quiche.
The filling's good.
But anyway, and then I'm going to have some cold chicken. So if you're try and keep, when you're cutting things, keep pre-cooked meat away from raw meat. So if you've been cutting raw meat, you don't want to then cut pre-cooked meat. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
What I just said?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. On the same board.
Not with.
Exactly.
With
Thank you. Good. Really, my brain's not working. Okay, so.
One more?
Yeah, one more mushroom. How many do you think you've used? About
3.
3 mushrooms, okay. And these are just the chestnut mushrooms. Okay, so I'm just going to get some chicken off here. And then again, I'm going to cut that roughly, chop it into smallish pieces. And when I use, I know it's an odd ingredient, chicken in a quiche, but actually chicken with sweetcorn is absolutely delicious. It's one of my favourites, isn't it? But it's the one that doesn't reheat as well, so that's what we'll be having for our lunch today, the chicken and the sweetcorn. Whereas I think the others reheat better, although nothing's quite as good as that freshly baked quiche. Good, perfect, okay. Then Will, if you can get out a frying pan, please.
Yeah.
And we'll just gently fry up the onions.
Where's the frying pan?
Sorry, up, the next drawer up.
Yeah, I'll look at this one.
Yeah, in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Hiding away, hiding. There you go. That's good. Great, so you put that on the pan, on the stove.
This one?
Yep. And then I'll get some butter. Just a knob of butter. Here we go. And put that onto a medium heat, and then we're going to gently fry the onions in that for about 5 minutes so that they soften but they don't go brown, they don't burn, because you want them to be sweet and tasty. Okay, let's have a look. What time is it? Oh gosh, yes. Our pastry cases.
Oh,
Okay, let's clear away a little bit of space here. There we go. See how they're doing. They smell good.
do smell good.
Okay. Right. So these were the first 4 that went in. So what we do now is we carefully, because I have frequently had baking beans all over the place, tip the beans. Now I keep my little pieces of greaseproof paper so that next time I do my quiches, I have the right shape greaseproof paper to use again.
How do you check if these are ready? Do they
Well,
need to be a little brown?
Yeah, they're a little. They. Can you see? They've gone. They look cooked. They don't look raw. Do you,
Yeah.
and
they
they're
look a bit
slightly brown on
edges.
the edges, which might not be the best. Let me see if I can just.
I thought brown on the edges would be a good.
Well, it's okay. But you don't want them to go too brown.
Okay.
Right. So I don't know if you can see properly, but they are cooked. Now, they're very rough and ready looking, these quiches, but that's fine.
So chuck the onions
Perfect.
in.
Chuck the onions in. So the butter's melting. William's going to put the onions in and just gently saute them. What do I need to do? Oh, I need to do an egg. Right. So I've got a nice free-range egg here, which I'm just whisking, and I'm going to brush the pastry cases with the egg. If I can find my pastry case brush, which I did definitely put out.
Yeah, you definitely did. I think it's over there somewhere.
Oh,
No. Right.
oh, there it is. Hooray! So, this is quite a useful bit of equipment. In fact, I'm not sure I could do this any other way. So, you've got your pastry brush. Will, I'll let you do this. I'll do one.
Alright.
So, you're essentially painting the case on the side and the bottom,
Cool.
but particularly the bottom,
Cool.
with egg. Okay, and don't burn yourself.
Shall I take the ones out?
No, do that, then put them back in the oven and get the next lot out.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to check on that onion. That's all good. Right.
Does it matter if I put too much in?
Yeah, try not to put too much in.
So that is too much.
That's a little bit too much. So, so you don't want it to look like an omelette on the bottom of the case. So use,
Like that?
yeah,
That's
like
a
that.
bit like an omelette.
So take that up and put it in there. You see what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Into your next one. Right, while Will's doing that, I'm going to cook some spinach. I've got this baby spinach. Do I need to wash this? What does it say? Pre-washed. Anyway. And so I'm just going to gently wilt this spinach and then squeeze it of all its water, which is really, really important. So that otherwise it makes the quiche, if you do a spinach quiche, it makes it all watery. Okay. And so to cook the spinach, I'm literally going to put a dash of water in the bottom of the pan, get that heated up, and then add my spinach, give it a stir until it starts to wilt, and then take it off the heat, put it in a colander to drain, and then when it's cooler I'll squeeze out that water and then chop it again.
Is that the right?
Yeah, that's much better. Much
Is that
better.
one fine
Yeah,
then?
that's fine. Brilliant. Great. Okay, so we're going to do this with the others, and then we'll put the oh my brain, and then we'll put the ingredients together. That's good. Perfect.
Yeah?
Yep. That's great, thanks Will. Okay, so put that those back in. Good job. Oh yeah, because we don't want to go too brown. Do they need a bit more butter, do you think?
Pardon?
Do they need any more butter?
I feel like yes is the right answer.
Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more. Add a little bit more butter to the onions because they just need a smidge more. Oh, okay, let's take these off. Right, so these onions are beginning to brown, which is what we don't want to happen. So I'm just going to take those off the heat. I've obviously got the fat in it. I'll just take it right down. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Right, so I'll just quickly get these. Pastry case is ready. The egg. And once you brush the egg on, your cases really don't need very long. They need 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, well, you were asking how you knew if these are cooked. Right, this is the, have a look here.
Yeah?
This pastry case was the one where the pastry was quite thick.
Yeah.
So it's taken longer to cook, so you can see it's only just ready.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to quickly do this. How are those onions looking? Better?
They're looking like onions.
Have they stopped? Have they stopped burning?
Yes.
Okay.
What's going on in this one?
Oh, is that the
something in
water?
there. Yeah.
Yes. So do you want to put some spinach in that for me, please? Where did I put the spinach? There. So put a couple of handfuls of spinach into the water. You can turn around and show. Thank you. Yeah. A bit more actually.
Really?
Because it does actually put the whole packet in.
No.
Put the whole packet in because it's nice to have some spinach. You can use it for other things.
No, we're not going to put it all in there.
No? Let me see. It honestly goes down to nothing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just tell me a little odd spinach quantities. Okay,
It's green. It's green.
It's green, I know. One more. So we used probably half a packet of spinach. Right, let's put these next lot of pastry cases back in.
They're not very clean.
Sorry?
So they should clean them afterwards. Yeah.
Right, Will's picked up, but I should have washed my spinach. Because I haven't put my glasses on.
Look, it says wash before use. In big letters.
Okay, alright, well we'll have to leave that and wash this spinach and start with this, because we can't have dirty, gritty spinach. Alright, take that off, don't laugh. That's so mean.
Sorry.
Okay, wash your spinach.
What, that never happened?
Never happened. Okay, how's the onion doing?
Good.
Let's put the cooked onion into a bowl. You gently take that off, sweetheart, and put it into that bowl for me. And then we'll cook. Do you want to here?
What?
Oven glove. No, to hold it.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Speak slow.
I've been very slow. Right, give my spinach a wash here. That's so annoying, that spinach. Right, we'll start again. Get a little bit of spinach. Cooking quickly. Right, I've washed it now. Hooray. Okay. You could use this to clear it out more easily. No? Okay, that's fine. No problem. Alright, put it back on there.
Back on the heat.
Yep. Okay, put some more butter in.
Yep.
No, let's use the stuff I've got here.
Okay.
That'll do. And then we're going to fry, gently again, fry the mushrooms. Get them ready. Okay, and then we've got, what have we got? We've got the bacon to fry, and we've got the chicken ready. Okay, and then we need the main base of the filling is essentially eggs, cream and cheese.
Should we turn the heat down just a bit?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah. Egg, cheese and cream. Oh, thank you. Right, let's clear that out of the way. Oh, crash, bang, wallop, crash, bang, wallop. Okay, let's get that first lot of pastry cases out. They're ready. So that is great. So I'm just going to put them to cool down on the side there. And you can see they're nice and sort of a good browny. Well, they just look right. I don't know quite how to say it. They're kind of, how would you?
They do look right. Slightly brown.
Thank you. Okay, now I just need another bowl. Okay, so for the main base of the quiches, we're going to use some double cream. This is quite thick double cream. It's probably better if you had more of a pouring cream, but anyway. And we need, how much have I got here? 250 millilitres. I think that's 250 millilitres to two nice large eggs. So I'm going to put that into my bowl here. And then I've got one egg in here that we used for the pastry cases. I'm just going to add another couple of eggs, I think, probably. You could just do 2 eggs in total, but I'm just going to add an additional 2. How are those mushrooms doing?
I'd like to turn the heat up.
Okay. Oh, how's my spinach here? I haven't done it. Right, you put the spinach in, and we'll take 2 on the spinach.
All of this?
Yeah, all of that.
There's even more now.
Well, that'll do. Right, so I'm now going to add my eggs to my cream. It's the fork I used here. And I'm just going to mix the cream and the eggs together. This is a lovely farmhouse double cream, which just means you have to just whisk it in a bit better. You can obviously do this with a whisk, I'm just using a fork. But this is what all of the quiches are going to need. There we go. And then I'm just going to add some salt and pepper. Great, how's that?
Why turn the heat up on this?
This one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. A bit of salt, a bit of pepper, whisking again, and that's all set. Okay, so we're doing really well. We're creating mess, but I always cook creating mess. Right, mushrooms, so they're done really, aren't they? I think, yeah, those are done. They're nice and soft. So put them, Will, into a bowl so we can use them. My spinach is done, and then, Will, if you can fry the the bacon bits,
Yep.
that'd be great. Okay, let's get my spinach Drain the spinach. Okay. What else do we need? We need some grated cheese. So I'm just going to use cheddar. You can use a bit of parmesan, gruyere, all sorts of different cheeses that you like. I just like cheddar, so I'm going to use cheddar. And I will just grate some cheddar into a bowl here. And you want to finely grate. I'll probably be using about 50 grams of cheddar, a couple of tablespoons, something like that. And I will definitely, I can either add it to all of the ingredients or have some without cheese. I'm not sure. What do you reckon, Will? Do you fancy choosing them all?
I don't know. No idea. What do you normally do?
The mushrooms, I think maybe just have some mushrooms and onions together. Let's see. Okay. So I finally grated the cheddar. Oh, I've forgotten the other ones. I need to get them out. Where are my other gloves?
Oh, I'm wearing one.
Oh, you're wearing one. Okay, here's that one. Okay. There we are. Those done. Great, I'll swap them because... Now, this is where if you wanted to make everything look neat and tidy, you can take your little quiche case here and you can cut around the edge and just cut off all this excess pastry. I can't be bothered. I like all the rough and ready, and also I like pastry, so there's no need. Okay, bacon bits.
Yep. Let's chuck them in.
Yeah. So we're just going to gently fry the bacon bits in the pan. And now we're going to start, I need some sweet corn. We're going to start composing our selection of fillings for these tarts, which is the fun bit. Okay, so for the chicken and sweet corn, which the three of us are going to have for lunch, so I'm going to do 3 of these. So I've got a little can of sweet corn and I'm just putting a base of sweet corn into the bottom of 3 of these. Okay. And then I'm going to add some of the chopped chicken. And I know this sounds really, really weird filling, but it is absolutely delicious. And I started doing it when I can't remember how, I was just making a quiche and it was all I had in the fridge. Anyway, and then, but it is yummy. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the onion that we cooked. Not too much, just a smidge. Okay, how's that? Slight technical hitch. Well, my iPhone had to be sorted out. Right. Okay, so let's do bacon and onion. So we'll let's do a couple of those. So if you put some onion in the base of...
How much are we talking?
I think a couple of spoons. That's it. And then I'm just going to add some bacon. Looks good, doesn't it?
It does look really nice.
Okay, and then we'll get these 4 up. Let's do another onion and bacon. Perfect. Okay. I've done too many fillings really for all the.
No, fillings are good.
All the. Because I've got spinach. Oh well, right. So we've got some onion here. I'm going to add some.
They're not very good shapes.
I know.
They're really not.
That's okay. And I'm going to add some mushroom to that one. There we are. I should be using a spoon probably. And some mushroom to this one. And then lastly we'll have the spinach. feel like adding spinach to them all, but I could add some spinach to the chicken and sweetcorn.
No,
No,
mad woman.
no, spoil it.
Crazy person.
Okay, so add some spinach into that one, right? Okay, one spinach. Let's put a bit more bacon in that one. Okay, you can, yeah. Right, so then you just need to just give that a little stir. So Will, you're now just going to ladle gently. Now this is where, particularly when some of our cases aren't the best necessarily, the filling can kind of tip over, and I've overfilled it. So just gently put in.
What should I do with this one? Because that is going to.
Okay, I'm going to do that one to show you because that's the first. So you gently fill it like that.
And,
okay.
And then hopefully the sides stop it.
Yeah, you know, it's just not the end of the world really. Yep. Sorry, am I
No.
watching too much? That looks good. Perfect.
No more?
No more. That's it. While he's doing that, I'm going to go and add a little bit of cheese on the top of all of them. I could have, one of the things you could do, and I probably usually do, is add my cheese into my mixture rather than just putting it on the top.
Do I need more in this one?
Yeah, a little bit more. Perfect. And I think I'm going to put cheese with them all, but again, it's entirely up to you. And that's what's rather fun about these little quiches, is that you can make them up as you go along, and nothing is wrong, really. Just have fun experimenting. Okay.
Too much.
That's a little bit too much filling, but it's fine. Okay.
Failed.
No. I'm just going to, as we've got those ready, I'll put them in. The oven's still on 170, and they should, because they're small, they'll probably take we'll look at them in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and see how they are. Perfect.
A bit more?
A little bit more, I think, don't you? How are we doing on the
Not great.
filling? Do I need to? That's it. Good. I mean, we might need to add a little bit. Hold on, let me just. All right, so we should have put a little bit less filling in some of them, but anyway, because we're running out, we're going to have to add a bit more cream and another egg, which is boring.
So.
No, it's not your fault. I should have.
Well.
I should have spotted the problem. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. There we are. A bit of cheese. All right. We've just for these last two, we just need to add redo our filling, but essentially, which we'll do off camera because it's just getting a bit dull for everybody. But I'm just going to do exactly the same. I'm going to add probably 100 millilitres of cream to one egg, and just to finish off. Okay, so once they're cooked, we'll show you how delicious they are.